remember everything to me. Baby, look, honestly, you know that party for you. Remember that best of Christmas party. Do and better do. I can no longer stay with you. And all my grief, just calm the turtle down and tell the world I died of love.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another production of the Public Access Channel for West Bend Community Cable. My name is Jim German. I'm here with Ralph Manthey, the cameraman, and we're going to be touring the Allenton grounds for the, not the World Festival of Concertina Players, apparently, but the, well, at least the Allenton Festival of Concertina Players. I'm standing here with Dan and Hubie. Dan, Hubie, give us your last names, where you're from, and a few other things about this festival. Dan?
Hi, my name is Dan Nimchik. I'm from Brookville, Wisconsin, and I'm a concertina player for about 40 years, mostly for my own enjoyment. And this is my 4th year. I put the musicians on stage, and I time them for 20 minutes or a half hour, and then I put the next person on. And music goes from 12 o'clock today, Sunday, September 5th, 1993, until 12 o'clock tonight.
That's very good, Dan. I forgot to mention that we are here at, this is a 3-day festival from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe.
Correct.
And I believe it starts at noon and ends at 11
o'clock tonight.
11 o'clock tonight, and it's what is it, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th?
Today's
Something like
the
that?
5th, right.
Okay. Hubie, your last name, where you're from, what are your responsibilities?
Yeah, Conrad's my last name, and well, I don't know, my responsibilities, I guess, are just running around here and trying to keep everything running smooth. From renting the halls to finding the keys to get the doors open and getting everything done.
This is the 4th year for this festival?
Yes, this is our 4th year here. It used to be the World Concertina Congress, and now I guess we're calling it the Allenton Concertina Congress. But we're still drawing the people from many different states. Maybe 5 different states are in here this year that we've seen come in so far.
We noticed in the parking lot several cars from a number of different states. We've got buses, we've got motorhomes, camping trailers. How many people show up at these events, Dan?
Well, I think, Hubie, have you got a count on that?
Last year we figured it was around 1,500.
1,500?
We're expecting to do all of that again this year, according to the crowds that have been showing up so far, and today is the big day.
The final, just what goes on at a Concertina Jamboree, Congress, whatever, just what goes on here? Is it a contest, or you just get together and swap meet and that kind of stuff, or what is it?
Well, it's known as a jam session, and anybody can come and play as long as it's a concertina. We invite any other horns or violins or anything to play with along with the concertinas. It's a jam session. Everybody joins in with everybody. Last night we had one lady playing, and there was 7 tubas playing along with her, and they said it sounded very nice. So
7 tubas, 1 concertina?
Well, there was a concertina, no, 2 concertinas and the drums.
Yeah. Drums, yeah.
I hear in the background, or maybe you folks on TV can also hear in the background, there is, we're right outside of some kind of a garage pole building with a stage, and there's a young gentleman in there playing. I guess he's about 10, 11.
12 years old.
He's 12 years old, and he's got a drum background. Do you schedule the times for these people? Do they come in pairs and in singles? I mean, if you got 1,500 people and they all want to perform on that one stage,
they don't all perform.
They don't all perform, you know. I would say you get about 75 or 100 concertina players, but the 1,500 is the people that actually come to listen to the music.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they love concertina music. They come to listen to it. And they come to listen to the different people. You have a young fellow here, 12 years old. You have people that play 70 and 80 years old, still play the concertina.
Well, I'd believe that. I mean, once you learn how, I mean, you know forever. But once again, how many people actually come and play then?
Oh, I'd say up to 100.
100 people out of the 1,500?
Over the 3-day period, though.
Do you charge admission for people that
Well,
to
we
come
don't
see
charge
this?
admission, but we like to have a donation because there is expenses here. you rent the hall and you got to pay for electricity, and you'd be surprised the amount of money it costs to put an event like this out.
I see. I see concession stands here. You've got hamburgers, bratwurst, beer, and I imagine a beer stand somewhere.
Beers down there.
And where do all the profits go for this, or are there any even?
Well, we're not hoping to make any money. We're just hoping to break even.
Huh.
We're just hoping to pay expenses.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah.
The food stands are run by the Allenton Advancement Association, and there is some profit in it for them. It's one of their money raising.
Okay. Whose idea was this to put this all on? Huey, maybe you know.
Well, that started about 4 years ago. The Concertina Jamboree was looking for a place to have a big event, and I guess they looked at several places and finally ended up with Allenton, and it's just growing from there that we're using 3 stages now.
When you say the Concertina Jamboree, is that an organization, some kind of a group, some kind of a dues-paying club?
Yeah, that is a dues-paying club, yeah. That the main office or the main of that is down in Union, Michigan. That is the president of the club right now. And
is this a nationwide organization?
Oh, yes.
It's a worldwide organization.
Yeah, like Dan says, it's a worldwide organization.
So I'm guessing then all over the world, all over the nation, other outfits are putting on these little get-togethers also, huh?
Oh, yes. We go down to Union, Michigan. There's a jam session down there. There's one up in Wausau that's run by Danny Gritzmacher. And there will be one coming up next month in Springfield, Illinois. We'll be going down to. That'll be run on about the same order of this year one, yes.
You know, this is getting to be pretty interesting. When I was first invited to do this, I thought, the World Festival of Concertina players, come on. But this is pretty darn interesting. And I'm guessing both of you guys play the instrument, don't you?
Hubie plays the tuba here.
Hey, Hubie, you're out. Dan, you must play though, huh?
I play a concertina, yes.
Okay. Hi. Here comes the loaded question. I guess you've been waiting for this. What the devil is the difference between that and an accordion, or even if there's any other kind of category of a squeeze box?
Well, the concertina makes a different sound whether you push the instrument in or draw it out. The accordion has the same sound regardless if the instrument is pushed in or it's drawn out.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. But what makes you folks discriminate so much against accordions then? What's the difference?
Well,
we aren't discriminating against accordions. In fact, this afternoon, I believe several accordions are going to be coming in and playing at the end of the... other years we had it strictly concertinas, but we have so many talented accordion players around here that we've gone to some of their festivals where they have all accordions, and they left our concertinas come in on the end. So
it goes the same way. Accordions have the same deal. It's kind of like...
Right.
Yeah. Either you're a Packer fan or a Bear fan.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, okay. Speaking of the Packers, today's a good day for it. In fact, we just this is it's about 12:20 right now on a Sunday afternoon. I could be watching the ball game, but I'm over here talking to you guys. But you mentioned one other thing. I guess we can wrap this interview up. But you had said that there were 3 stages. I've seen the one. Is there apparently 2 more someplace else?
Upper hall, air conditioned, and a pavilion outside pavilion.
Is there different types of music on these stages that people could go from one to, maybe waltzes on one, polkas on another?
No. A player will get up there and he'll play maybe 3 waltzes, 3 foxtrots, 3 polkas, maybe a novelty tune, and try to mix it up a little bit. You don't hear the same song over and over again. So. Try to make it a little more entertaining for the people.
Okay, now did you answer me that? Are these people scheduled to get on stage every they have a time when they're supposed to appear, or they just go on a waiting list?
We have a sign-up list, and if somebody gets here at 12 o'clock and he wants to play right away, if we have the space for him and the time for him, we'll put him on the stage and let him play. Somebody comes here at 4 o'clock, and by that time there might be 10 or 15 people on the list. He puts his name down. He might have to wait 3 or 4 hours before he actually gets to stage, before he goes up to play.
Well, here the next question should be real simple. What time are you guys going to be playing? Because I want to stick around and watch that.
Well,
here we go.
We really can't be that punctual because we're going to have a radio program, and sometimes it starts early and ends late. We just can't. We can't put a definite time on it.
Okay, right. Does it mean you guys are going to play though today, someday?
Sure.
Okay.
we can maybe come as about within a half hour. We might, but,
okay. I brought a concertina along from a neighbor of mine, Randy Shank, and he wants me to have it checked out to see what its value is, maybe if it needs any fixing, that kind of stuff. Are there people here skilled in that trade? Are there sales going on, that kind of stuff?
Sure. We got John Bernhardt from the Star Concertina Manufacturing Company down in Chicago, Illinois, and he has a display out here. He has 10, 20 concertinas for sale, besides accessories and whatever you need to play.
Well, I think that's, well, we'll find out in just a little bit. We're going to tour the grounds, and I'm kind of excited to get into this. Thanks for the interview, guys. Have you got anything else to say? Any other promotions coming up in the next few months, anything like that?
Well, just that we figure on having it next year again. The plans are being laid for that,
Okay.
and we have to know a long time in advance because invite everybody to come from all these different places. We send out notices, and by going to these other jam sessions all over the country, we take our flyers out to them, and they do the same here. They bring their flyers for the next one that's coming up.
I'm guessing it's always the first weekend of September then.
Yes, this one in Allenton here is always Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you advertise in the local newspapers, radios, and that kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We advertise in the local papers, and WTKM radio has been on it, and wherever we can get the word out to the people to
Good.
come. Yeah. Wisconsin Tourism Magazine is another one.
This broadcast will be seen in a few areas of the southeastern Wisconsin too. So you might land a few more people just from watching this thing.
I believe it.
Once again, folks, it's in Allenton, and it'll be the first weekend of September, and I guess every year. And next year will be the 5th anniversary. So, guys, Dan and Hubie, thanks for the interview, and good luck to you this year, and also next year, and in the future.
Well,
thanks a lot.
Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming over.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
I'm standing here with Lloyd Conrath. That's Hubie Conrath's brother. Lloyd, you apparently have something to do with this thing. You look important. People are asking you questions. You're running around. Look very, very, very important. Tell us where you're from and what you do here.
I'm originally from Allenton here. I grew up here on a farm just west of here. Now I've been down in Germantown, Wisconsin. I work down in Milwaukee, so I don't get out here that much except for this time of the year on Labor Day when we have the festival going, and then I'm here just about full time, you know.
Yeah. It looks like you were setting up some kind of electricity thing just a moment ago.
We're going to have a live radio broadcast here from Hartford Station, WTKM, and that's going to be at approximately 1 o'clock, and we're trying to get our stuff organized in there so we're ready for it. You've got to make sure the sound is good.
Well, I can hear it from here. The sound's excellent.
So far it's working, yeah.
What about the, you mentioned a moment ago that you might have been one of the few people that thought of this thing several years ago?
It was, I think it was originally my brainchild in this location here, and that was like about 7 years ago or something like that. I talked to my brother, and we couldn't get it off the ground the first year because I didn't know if I'd have enough players to come and enough response and everything, and then I got involved with the World Concertina Congress out of Michigan.
There you go again.
And when I got hooked up with them, I got pretty involved with them. I'm on the committee there, and they were looking for a place to have this a big festival jamboree in the Milwaukee area. So I thought, I know just the place, Allenton, Wisconsin. Everybody says, where's Allenton, Wisconsin? I said, it's real easy to find. You just go north of Milwaukee 30 miles, and it's real easy to find. Hit the overhead and you come right in here. We got a beautiful facility here. We have 3 stages for people to play concertinas on, or horns, or whatever.
Do you remember that first year, how many people you had show up? Was it a success? I know they said 1,500 people recently this year, last year, but the first year, how was that?
It was approximately the same every year. It was maybe a little bit less, few hundred less the first year, and the second year it really took off.
Yeah.
The last year it really took off because the World Concertina Congress itself came up here last year. They had their installation banquet of people that get inducted into the Hall of Fame for Concertina. World Concertina Congress.
World Concertina Hall of Fame. Hear about that? How about that, folks?
And now this year they're going to have it down in Springfield because their agenda is to have it in different cities as far apart as they can have it. They had it up in New Ulm, Minnesota. I think Minneapolis, Minnesota one time.
Has any other city in the state of Wisconsin had this?
Yeah, it was in Wausau one year.
No, I'm kind of confused here, Lloyd, because we've had this every year for the last 4 or 5 years, and I'm saying we because I feel like I'm part of this all of a sudden. But is there other festivals, world festivals going on in other cities in the state of Wisconsin?
Not
Or Concertina Festival?
in the tri-state area, you might say, in Illinois and Michigan and Wisconsin. There is one every spring in Union, Michigan, which is just basically Indiana, near South Bend, Indiana, down there. And they have we have the voting for who's going to go into the Hall of Fame down there. But the actual induction that took place here for 2 years, and 1 year it was back in Michigan in fall on Labor Day, and now this year it's going to be in Springfield, Illinois. But we're still having our festival here because it's been such a tremendous success up here.
Sure.
We had just as good a turnout this year as when we had the World Concertina Congress here. We were a little worried at first that it was going to go as big, but it's going just as big, if not a little bit bigger. So.
Well, I guess my question is, it sounds like then this is the only Concertina Festival in the state of Wisconsin.
Oh yes, that would be your question. Yeah.
So we must have people from all over Wisconsin coming here.
Oh yes, so was. We got them from Minnesota down here, and Iowa. There's some people here. Illinois, there's a lot of people here. A number of people from Michigan, and from all. I think there's one Arizona. I think he's here this year. Man comes from Arizona.
Good. This is a nice little setup you got going here, Lloyd. And tell us about the apparently the food stands that we have back here. And I'm standing here next to some kind of a hamburger deal and beer stands going on.
We've got everything here. I guess they got Spanferkel sandwiches. We got chicken dinners, and I think they got some brats they're going to have later on. And we got a lot of beer too.
Well, we did a little production here a little while back. It was the Allenton Old Car Show for the Lions Club, and that was a lot of fun. So these grounds apparently get used quite frequently.
And themselves, especially our deal here with the concertinas, we got 3 different halls to play, and you can keep the sound separate, and everybody gets a chance to play as much as they want, and that's what everybody really likes.
Good. And I imagine you must play too, huh, Lloyd?
Yes, I play. Yeah. I have my own band. We play out.
Oh, your own band?
Yeah.
You played a concertina?
I played a concertina, yeah.
What time do you play?
Today?
Yeah,
I don't know. When there's been so many signed up already, I don't know if they'll let me play, you know. Well, I really don't need it today because I've got a lot of other things to worry about and keep everything going. So.
Well, we appreciate the time that you've given us, Lloyd, and I know you got to get back to work, but thanks so much for the interview and good luck to you.
Thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it. Yeah.
That's quite all right. So long. Well, I'm standing here with a couple of distinguished-looking gentlemen, and a guy on my left has quite an outfit on. We're going to talk to him. We wanted to get the oldest guy and the youngest guy in the crowd, but we're going to settle for the best-dressed guy.
Yeah.
Sir, what's your name? Looks like it's Hank on your vest.
I'm Hank Tiedemann, and we played here yesterday in 2 different places down on the lower where the broadcast was from Hartford Station. And we played with a band that just started out, Hank and Jean's Polka Jets. And
this is your band now, Hank, isn't it?
They're trying to, no, it's Jean's band. They just got my name on it. Because I had a band before, and I don't care too much about running a band. I'll play along. And, well, go ahead, you.
Well, I was just going to ask you where you're from, Hank, and you said before off camera that you had a band and you're starting up again, and maybe you'd be interested in playing weddings and receptions and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, if there's anyone that is interested in booking us, I'm from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, and my telephone number is 466-2032, and we play a variety of music, and I've been in the business way back. I shouldn't say way back how long ago, but in the 40s I played.
Yeah. It looks like you've got a lot of German things on here. Ich bin ein Dummkopf. What does that mean exactly, Hank?
Ich bin kein Dummkopf, aber ich kann Deutsch verstehen.
I think we all know what that means.
So, here's where I'm from. Take a picture of that.
What's that say in the back? I can't read it from
That's
here.
Wauwatosa.
Okay. Well, Hank, thanks so much for explaining about the get-up. Stay here until we break this thing. And now I'm going to introduce an old friend of mine, an old neighbor of mine, an old drinking partner of mine. His name is Wayne Ohm. And Wayne, you're right from down the block. Isn't it funny? We could have driven together.
Yeah, we could have rode in the convertible together. Yeah, it's nice to be out here today. I'm going to play this afternoon with the Push and Pull Oompa band for a little while. And
yeah, well, Wayne, you don't play a concertina. I know that for a fact.
I played drums for 45 years professionally with a lot of the bands in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and had a pleasure to play for a lot of nice people.
Yeah, and a six fat Dutchman too.
I was one of the bands. I had a pleasure to work with Harold Effelmacher years ago, and a few of the other bands up in New Ulm, Minnesota, and a lot of Wisconsin bands through the last 35 years. Yeah, Ray Dorschner and everybody.
You go back quite a ways, don't you?
I've been around this business since 1952.
52. Have you lived in West Bend all that time?
No, since about 1971.
Okay.
We worked out of West Bend. We played with Little Johnny out of Grafton for many years. Traveled all over the state, so it's been a pleasurable 40 years in the music business. And these are all nice fellas out here, by the way, too.
Oh, good. Have you been out to every one of these 4 annual?
Yeah, I played about all of them so far with the Push and Pull Band. Every Sunday we play about an hour and have a good time. It's just a joy to be out and have a nice day and with good friends and good people.
Well, it's a good day. It's a good day for both of you guys, and I want you to have a good time today. And maybe you'll see twice as many people here next year.
I hope so. We'll be a lot more here today, I hope and believe.
Well, good. Thanks for the interview, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. We've just ran into Jack Zimmerman, and he is quite responsible for a lot of this goings on. Maybe, Jack, you'd like to tell us where you're from and exactly what do you do here?
Jack Zimmerman, South Bend, Indiana, representing the World Concertina Congress. World Concertina Congress was formed in 1975 by a group of aficionados, and we have come a long way since then. They said it couldn't be done. We didn't know what we were doing. We did it anyway.
Yeah, and you did it quite well. Apparently, when you have 15 people show up in the Addison Town Hall in Allenton, Wisconsin. Jack, what is your rank in this Congress?
I'm secretary of the World Concertina Congress.
Are you the only representative then from the Congress here then today?
Not really. This Allenton group, Wisconsin Concertina Club. That's confusing, isn't it? World Concertina Congress, Wisconsin Concertina Club, same initials. Now,
that's right.
Wisconsin Concertina Club is an affiliate.
The WCCC.
That's right.
Okay.
And it is confusing.
Well,
I realize that.
I'm getting it. The more time I spend with this, and the more I'm getting it. I might even start playing today before it's all over.
If you think you understand it, let me explain it until you don't.
Yeah, it says, "Hi, I can't remember your name either" on his shirt. Well, Jack, we were going to interview. We were going to show just a moment ago the young man. He's in here playing on a different stage now. He's 12 years old. Do you know anything about him?
I only know that he goes by the name of Benji, the name being Benjamin, whatever the last name, and he's a show stealer. The kid is great.
We were going to show him. In fact, I think we'll do him next. But while he's still playing, are there any other youngsters like that, his age, or what are the ranges?
Well, this concertina and the music seems to be a melting pot for all ages.
Yeah.
I have two friends from Chicago. One of them 18. The other in his 80s, and they travel together to these affairs. It's dear to my heart to see that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but to explain Benji, he's the youngest adult that I ever knew.
Yeah, well,
he got it.
He certainly looks concentrated in there, and I'm anxious to show the crowd what the heck he does, his talents. And well, I wish you a lot of luck with this thing. I imagine you travel all over the Midwest with these things, don't you?
Travel as much as I can. Our next one is going to be in Springfield, Illinois. I think we should tell the people something about that if we may.
We have, well, if you'd like to. A couple of the guys I've interviewed already have said Springfield and then Union.
October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, this year? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Next month, just a month from now.
Oh, that's good.
And we moved away from this Labor Day weekend so that Allenton could have it, as a matter of fact, so that it wouldn't interfere with those that are interested.
How many people do you expect at that gathering? And how long has that been taking place?
Springfield?
Yeah.
This is the very first at Springfield.
Oh, I see.
We started the World Concertina Congress in '75 at Union, and we've had some spin-offs. We're real proud of it. We've had affairs in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Muskegon, Michigan. We've been to Wausau, Wisconsin, Allenton. This is the third affair at Allenton, which has been one of the more successful ones, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're trying Springfield.
Okay.
And Springfield bid for it, and they do have a good program down there.
You don't have any idea how many people are going to show up, but I'm guessing you'd open in a couple thousand area.
We think that we hope that it'll equal Allenton.
Sure.
We don't want to show Allenton up, but we want to be good.
What's the population of Springfield?
We'd have to ask Abraham Lincoln. I think he was there.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing it would have to be I shouldn't say this, but I'm guessing it'd be more than Allenton.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Springfield,
I'm
Illinois is
guessing. I'm
big.
guessing maybe 100,000 even.
We're talking about a big city.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You should do real well. And well, in fact, I wish you a lot of luck. What do we
have an award program at Springfield. We're going to be honoring Cliff and Katie Ermel of Gibbon, Minnesota. They're ballroom operators. They have been supporting the Concertina and its music for at least 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Stark of Hibbing, Minnesota, Adam Wana of Hatley, Wisconsin, Irvin Lemancic, late of Glendale, Wisconsin. They'll be we will be honoring these people at a banquet on Saturday noon, October the 2nd, 1933, coming up. Reservations, we have a number here. I don't know that I do.
Here, go ahead.
For reservations, $25 couple, 217-544-1966.
Good.
This is known as a Hall of Fame banquet.
Good. You might wind up getting more people than you realize with this little commercial.
We hope so. One of them, one of the persons who will be there, dates back to vaudeville days.
Wow.
And he is one of the Peters brothers, the only one of 3 left, and they're quite fantastic in their entertainment and their ability, especially when you consider that this gentleman we're talking about is in his 90s, and he lives concertina music.
Yeah.
It's said that he goes to the gymnasium every day, so he remains strong enough to play that instrument.
Yeah, 90. I hope I can. I hope I can play a concertina when I'm 90.
Hope we can talk and hold the mic.
No kidding, Jack. I appreciate the interview and good luck to you and all your travels and endeavors. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Folks, you're watching a young man now named Benjamin Gaboda. He's 12 years old. He's the fellow we've been talking about. He's from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And I'm also talking here with a young gentleman who's responsible for setting up all the times for these performers. Sir, what's your name?
Louis Haltman from Slinger.
Louis Haltman? Tell me about this Benjamin.
He started coming here about 3 years ago, and he had his grandfather playing the fiddle first. And since then, now that grandfather passed away, and he's come here today, I've seen his mother with him, and so I asked him if he'd signed up. He said, yeah, I'm signed up. So he's our second player for the afternoon. He'll play now for another 10 minutes, and then we'll have a new one come on. But this Benjamin is just a super guy. He's our future for concertina playing in the state of Wisconsin.
Do you know how long he's been playing?
Oh, since he's probably about 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, he's been playing probably,
7 years?
6, 7 years, yeah.
Well, he's the center of attraction here.
Yes, he is. He always is every time he comes up here and plays.
Folks, this is Louis Haltman. And Louis, tell us your job again. Tell us what you do here.
Well, right now at the Allenton Jamboree here, I'm signing up the players to come up here and telling them when they're going to be playing and how long they're going to be playing and when their turn comes up and all that, you know. So we just have a good time.
It looks like a lot of fun. You can see the people dancing around here having a good time. All the people sitting at the tables enjoying themselves. Tell me, Louis, did they call you Louis or Louis or Louis? Louis? Louis seemed a little formal, didn't it?
Yeah.
Louis, how long do you let each individual player?
Right now we're doing 35 minutes, and later on when we get more players in here, then we'll cut the time down because we give everybody a chance to play.
And anybody who wants to, if somebody were here and they wanted to get on stage now, I see there's no tuba playing. They could get on all right with a tuba?
Oh, you can bet you can get on. Any kind of instrument. We have all kinds. The only thing we don't allow here is piano accordions. That's a Concertina Jamboree.
Yeah, you know, piano accordions.
But just about everything else we allow on here.
I see you
banjos,
have
banjos, and all kinds of horns. And what else? Tubas we got, and banjo we had yesterday, and what else? Oh, we got everything.
Louis, what do you play?
Concertina.
You play the concertina?
That's my wife on the drums there behind you.
Oh, this is your wife?
Yeah.
This is Louis' wife right here. Look at her. Look at her smile, huh? Let's see, Louis, you got a card here that says Big Lou's Entertainment or Entertainers. Apparently you have a band too?
I have a 5-piece band, yes.
5-piece band?
Right. And we're from around the surrounding area. We got one Myself, I play concertina, and I have a saxophone player from West Bend, and I also have a bull fiddle player from West Bend, and a banjo player from Hartford. That's my 5 pieces.
Sure.
We call ourselves entertainers, and we're open for anything. We can play almost anything.
That sounds good. A lot of polkas, waltzes, schottisches, that kind of stuff.
Anything.
Rock and roll?
No, we don't play rock and roll.
I was wondering how far you're going to push that.
No rock and roll. We'll cut that off.
Well, that's all right. This is, you know, I am a lover of all kinds of music, and I'm getting into this stuff myself. And who knows? Before you know it, I might be out here dancing with somebody.
Well, come on out and have a good time.
I got my eyes on your wife, Lou.
Oh, okay, she's a good dancer.
Thanks for the interview, Lou, and good luck to you with this thing.
Thank you very much.
Good. Folks, here he is, the main entertainer just a moment ago. His name is Benjamin Gabota.
Gabota, yep.
And next to Benjamin is Ben's mom. Can I call you Ben? This is Betty Gabota, right?
Right. We're from Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Very good. And let's ask Ben here how long he's been doing this stuff and whatever got him into this.
Well, I've been playing for 4.5 years, and I went to the last Allenton Fest before I started, and that's how I got it. And I figured I would like to play the concertina, try it out, and see what it was like.
Hey, good for you. Good for you. Do you play in a band or anything? Or do you do actually entertaining dances, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, somewhat like that. In fact, this next coming weekend, I got to go play up at the Dells.
Good. Good. You know, you are, and apparently people tell you this, but you are good enough to be making money at this already.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, good. And Betty, how about you? How good are you?
Well, I'm not very good. I only know 3 songs. Benji knows a lot more than I do. Benji's going to be playing down at the Polish Fest next weekend down at Wisconsin Dells. And also, his grandpa was an important part on his playing the concertina. My dad was down here. He has recently passed away, but he's the one that actually got him going. Benji also plays violin. He's been playing violin since he was 3. So between the two, it definitely keeps him busy. Practices at least an hour a day on each instrument.
Boy, that really is inspiring, and it doesn't sound like music was in the family, Betty, if you can only play 3 songs.
Well, I played piano before until my father had a heart attack, and then I gave that up. Our whole entire family does play. My brothers used to have the Jolly Harmony 7 band, and we've been in the area playing here, so I'm sure everybody's heard of them.
Okay, so music is in the family, and of course it just keeps on going. Are there any other little Gabotas in the home?
Not yet.
Oh, Benji's the only one?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, so it's up to you, Benji.
Yeah, I like to play it all, because, you know, like my grandpa used to say, music, you make nice friends through music, and when you don't play something, then it's like you meet all sorts of hoodlums.
Well, it keeps you off the street at least. Ben, tell us about your accordion. Did I say something wrong? Tell us about your concertina here. Is it the first one you've had? Is it what number? How many have you had? What kind is this? What makes it different and all the rest? Give us a little history.
Okay, this is my second concertina. It is a Pearl Queen, as you can see.
Pearl Queen.
And
That means it's just for ladies?
No, it's for boys and women. And
I'm just teasing you, Ben.
that's okay. I like to be teased.
Okay, good. I'm going to start with your hair next.
Okay. Yeah.
He's had 3 of them.
I had 3 total already. One is an Organtina, which it sounds just like bells on an organ.
That's a star.
Yeah, and that's a star.
Do you still have all of these yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his first one. That was a smaller one. It was the 102 key, except it was smaller, and we picked it up for the Pearl Queen.
Oh, you trade? I'm sorry.
No, we sold it. We sold the blue. The blue one was a star. We sold that to another kid that was just going to start taking lessons. He was inspired by Benji's playing, and so he figured he could do it. So then my dad got him the Pearl Queen, and then we have a Star Organtina, which it sounds like an organ when he's playing.
This is pretty interesting. 120 key.
102.
102?
102.
Okay, is that...
That's a full-size concertina. Otherwise, there's, I believe, like a 98 key, which is a lesser key. If you can learn to play the 102, you can play anything.
How many keys does an accordion have?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, because 102 seems quite enough for anything.
Well, the difference between a concertina accordion is when you push in, you get one sound. When you pull out, you get another one. On an accordion, you push in, pull out, you get the same sound. So
We don't want that.
it's a little bit different playing a concertina.
Oh, it actually would make it harder, wouldn't it?
Right.
Ah, kind of like a harmonica. Yeah. Well, okay, Ben, this is a very attractive-looking instrument. I'm guessing we got $1,000 here or something.
Easily.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to say. I wish you a lot of luck in the rest of your career, and I'm guessing you're going to go far. You're going to have a couple bands, and I'm pleased to be able to interview in your beginnings.
Well, thank you very, very much for interviewing me and my mom, and I hope to go on and keep the tradition in the family.
Good. Now we'll probably be seeing you folks back here again next year.
Yep, we make this an annual event.
Oh, good. Nice to meet both of you, Betty and Ben. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. A little nervous up there. You're standing on top of that picnic table. I hope you don't fall over and land into all these accordions that we have here. I'm standing here with a gentleman named John Bernhardt from Star
Concertina Company. We're in Cicero, Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
And John, this is where you actually go ahead and explain what you do there.
Okay, principally we build the brand new Star Concertina. There's a new one right here, and there's a new one right here called the Star Beauty.
These are really nice looking machines.
They're all handmade. It's one of the few things left in the world that are 100% handmade today. You can see all the beautiful engraving and things like that in them, and we also take in trade-ins, which many of these are trade-ins that people have traded for a brand new Star, and we recondition these and then we sell them with a 1-year warranty.
How many people do you have in your company, first of all?
Well, there's really 4 of us.
There's only 4, and you make
4 people.
And you make these handmade. How long does it take to make one of these concertinas?
Okay, a concertina like this from start to finish takes just under 200 hours to build. And
is that one person?
Cost is $3,450.
Is that one person all the way, or you have a cell set up?
No. There's 3 people building them.
And then I do the assembly line deal.
Right. No. There's no. They're custom built from the start to the finish. Each one is its own creation. They play in different keys. They have different trim on them and different keyboards. It's all custom built from the ground up.
And there's not very many people working for your company. What do you say, 3?
3.
And John, what's your function there?
I own Star. I'm the president of Star Corporation.
I see. Okay.
And I also work there too, which would be a fourth person. There's 3 employees.
Boy, it's an interesting. How many of these do you sell in a year's time?
Oh, we sell about 16 a year. Like this.
How many?
16.
16.
16 a year. See, a lot of this I subcontract out. That's why we can make 16. I subcontract the bellows out to a local person, and the engraving is done right here in Wisconsin, around Onalaska. But everything else, I either have cut up in my, see, own a tool and die shop too. I have some of the work done there too. And then, after that, there's 4 of us then working on this full time.
Well, there must be some other income, because 16 concertinas in a year doesn't seem like a lot of...
No, because we do so much repair work.
Oh, I see.
See, an overhaul job on a used concertina is $450, and we're doing sometimes 2 a week. That's where we get our income from.
And so when do you make these new ones? When you get an order for them, or
No, I make some for stock, and then we custom build on order too.
I see.
See, they come in various colors also. As you can see, they come in red, blue, white,
These
black.
things are fascinating. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Right. If you look at the workmanship in there, it's really hard to beat in today's market.
How many people? What kind of competition do you have? Who else makes concertinas?
There's a few people building them out of their houses. There's a man named Christy Hengel in Minnesota who makes a very good concertina. And
in his house?
Yes, he has a little shop.
Are there any factory deals like what you're at?
We're the only real factory around that remains. That builds the concertina in a factory.
Unbelievable.
We have
in the nation.
Yes. We're the only real factory left that builds them.
Are those 2 on the end? Are those concertinas also, or is there some other name? They look so totally different.
Concertinas, but they're called Anglo. We don't build these. These are imported. They're very inexpensive for beginners. We sell these for $139. And they only have 10 buttons on each side. They play in 2 different keys. They're really kind of a very modest imitation of the large Chemnitzer style.
This is a concertina, though.
It's a concertina, too. This is called the Anglo. The one that you see up here being played is called the Chemnitzer style.
Okay.
It was invented in Saxony, Germany about 165 years ago. And it was brought over to this country by immigrants, and the Czechs, the Germans, and the Polish really learned to play them.
You must play pretty good yourself.
Yes, I'm a player too. The Star was founded in 1925, and I'm the first owner that has been able to play a concertina in all that time. So that's something a little different.
Go figure, right? John, we had this little number on your lap just a moment ago. This is the concertina I was referring to earlier in the program. My neighbor's Randy Shank asked me to bring this along. He bought this when he was 17 years old. He's as old as I am. So he's had it probably 30 years. And he bought it at a rummage sale, a flea market. He paid $35 for it, and who knows how old it was then.
Now this is a button accordion, not to be confused with a concertina.
Oh, it's not even a concertina.
No, if you notice, all the buttons run in a row here, just like this is a button accordion.
This is an accordion? No?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a button accordion.
Okay.
The concertina is more rectangular and square than the button box. But they are kissing cousins in the fact that each button has 2 distinctly different notes in and out. See if you can hear that. So there's twice as many notes available as there are buttons. So they're kind of related, but they're really different, particularly on the left hand. If you notice, this is a 1 row. There's only a bass and a chord. If you look at the concertina, look at all the buttons on the left hand here. See the difference?
Sure.
They're really not the same at all, even though they're related.
Well, tell me, give a quick a rundown on the status of this thing, how much it's worth, what it would cost to fix, maybe a plug for your own business.
Well, okay, here's an example here of one that's fallen into neglect. It's rather old. Actually, the biggest problem are leaks in the bellows here and some minor tuning, which would run somewhere between $40 and $50 to repair. When the thing was in good operating shape, it would probably be worth in today's market about $125.
And how old do you think this little number would be?
This is about 75 years old.
75 years old, still making music.
Sure, and it was made in Germany for sure. The Germans were always big makers of the button accordion.
This was made in Germany and brought over.
Yes, it was. And other than that, it actually is in better than average condition.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
And yet, it's still an accordion, even though it has 2 different notes inside it, pulling and pulling.
This
pushing
is a
and
button
pulling.
accordion, yes.
Even though it makes 2 different notes like a concertina.
That's right. And it's not on
It's a pretty fine line here.
Oh, it is, yes. As you can see, there's a heck of a... But that can be repaired. You will also notice if you look around, there are many concertinas that survived from the turn of the century that are still playing. They're very well built.
Yeah. Well, you sure have a supply, and I'm guessing all of this stuff is all yours, even the stuff in the back here?
Sure. These are all button accordions here. See?
I'm sorry.
These are all button accordions, and you can see very easily the difference between them. How square these are and the amount of keys. See, these are all the button accordion. They all originated in Europe. All of them.
Is everything that you brought for sale?
Yes. Yes, it's all for sale. Concertinas of any quality at all, they're not cheap. They begin in the neighborhood of around $700, and they go on up to $3,400 for a new one.
Here's one for $1,200.
Right.
Have you made any sales this weekend?
We've sold 7 so far.
How many?
7.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 70.
No. There's the 7 that we've sold. There's a lot of interest still in concertina. It's a very, very strong market yet compared to...
If you play an accordion, you can play a concertina?
No, but you will have a music background to learn how to play it, but they're not a law. If an accordion player cannot play concertina, and a concertina player cannot, without prior practice, can never play an accordion either.
You see, there's the keyboard is not there on a concertina like a piano accordion.
No, as a matter of fact, one of the strange things different keys. Turn it around once. This is a button accordion. Every one of these rows is a key. So this plays in 3 keys: G, C, and F.
Kind of like a piano accordion, like a piano key.
Similar. The accordion plays the same the you out. This does not. This plays a different. It does out. I'll show you very quickly. Scale is simply played in a row. It's very simple to. If you notice, it takes in various patterns here just to play a scale on a concertina.
Wow.
But the advantage is the concertina can play in any key. Any key.
So you don't have to have an instrument special for whatever key and carry a half a dozen instruments for every key.
They are made in different keys, and the reason for that is for concertina, so the player can play in easier keys and it'll transpose itself into more difficult keys. Essentially, the concertina is made to play in sharps, like in the keys of D, G, and A.
Okay, I guess we're going to wrap this interview up, John. I appreciate the time. Yeah, same here, and good luck to you. Maybe hope you sell them all.
Well, we'll try.
Okay. The third stage, or actually the third stage that you've seen, and I'm going to get the name and address or name and city from some of these people, and they're going to do a song for us. The gentleman on the drums, sir, what's your name? Where are you from?
Morgan, I'm from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Okay, Al, have you come to these things before?
Oh, yes, I was here last year.
Okay.
And the second day today.
Okay, welcome back. Concertina looks like a star. How about you, sir?
I'm Del Anderson from Sauk City, Wisconsin. I've been here 2 years in a row.
Good.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Did you, Sauk City, where is that?
Sauk City is about 25 miles northwest of Madison.
So you must have spent the night then, or did you go back?
No, we spent the night here. It's about an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, welcome. I imagine you'll be here next year too, right?
Plan on it.
Okay. How about this guy using a star instrument also? Looks like you must be Len, right?
That's right. Len Straczynski is my name. I'm from Sauk City also. Del and I work together. We've been here 3 years, Del. This is the third year. We're having so much fun you lost count, yeah. It's a great event. We enjoy coming down here, and every chance we get, we'll be here.
Good, and apparently you two guys have played together before, huh?
Yeah, we sit down in the garage once in a while and play a few.
Good. You make any money off this stuff?
Oh, enough to cover the bar tab, once in a while.
Good. How about the guy in the tuba? Where are you from, sir? What's your name?
Bob Detmers from Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Did you ever see these guys before, Bob?
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
What
Off and on.
Yeah, what do you think of them?
They're pretty good guys.
All right, Bob. Well, let's hear what you guys can do for us. Just a minute. I've got a few people here that I'd like to talk to. They're enjoying the event here, and maybe you could give us your name and where you're from.
Story?
What's your name and where are you from?
Alvin Obermeyer's from Slinger.
Good, good. You enjoy this stuff?
And how?
Yeah.
The third day here.
Have you been to all the other stages too?
Yes.
Those are our favorites, so.
These are our favorites.
These are the favorites? These guys are, they come from a long way near Madison, you know that? Yeah. How about these folks over here? Maybe I can talk to them. Hi folks, can I get your name? Where are you from?
From Hartford.
What's your name?
Sturman's.
Answer? Yeah.
Jacob Sturman.
How do you like this music? Pretty good?
It's nice. We've never been here before.
Oh, you haven't? Well, they've had this for 5 years now.
We're just a little ways from here, but we haven't been here.
Did you know that the Hartford station, WTKM, is going to be broadcasting this too?
We heard it over the station.
Good. Well, I imagine you'll be back again next year too, right?
Yep.
I wonder, do they take requests, or have you given them any requests to play at all?
No, they haven't asked for any.
Well, these guys are pretty good. I just saw a 12-year-old play that was very good. He came down from Stevens Point. Have you seen him yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh.
In the other building?
The other building, he's been on 2 stages already. You know there are 3 stages here, right?
Yeah. We should move around, I guess, and see.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks. It's just like any other place, any other activity. We found our way to the beer stand, and I've got a few interesting people. Interesting people here I want to interview. How about you folks? Maybe you could give me your name and where are you from?
I'm Russell Canoyer from Menominee Falls.
Your name again?
Russell Canoyer from Menominee Falls down toward the Sussex corner.
Okay, and how about this person over here?
My name is Pat Miller, and I'm from Hartford.
Okay, and then how about this young lady over here?
Roseanne Canoyer from Menominee Falls.
So then you two guys are together, huh? So what do you, how do you feel about this music? You like it? You've come a long way for it, Menominee Falls?
Oh yeah, I like this kind of music, that concertina music.
Any of you play the instrument? Any of you play accordion? Is this Vern Miller up here?
That's Vern Miller playing right now.
Which one's Vern?
The guy playing the concertina. That's his wife you were talking to over here.
Pardon me?
That's his wife you were talking to.
Oh, this girl over here, fine. Well, I see they've got a number of other instruments up there besides the concertina. You know, that's my neighbor playing the drums.
You would have to ask her more about the instrument.
What's your husband's name again?
My husband's name is Vern Miller, the owner and owner of the Push and Pull Band. He's up there playing right now.
Oh, the Push and Pull Band. Now, you must know Wayne Ohm then, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
You know, he's my neighbor down the block.
Really?
Yeah. From 10th and Elm Street.
Oh, really? Yes, he helps out Vern quite a bit.
Yeah. Do you play at all?
No, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't.
How about you? Do you play a concertina?
No.
Well, it doesn't make a difference. I was hoping that they'd be playing a song while we could do this interview, but we'll get a song later. Thanks for the interview, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Vern Miller, Push and Pull Band. We're at the Allenton Concertina Festival, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th, first weekend of September every year. This is just one of the 3 stages providing entertainment this weekend. It's a 3-day event. People come from all over. The only festival in the state of Wisconsin purely for concertinas. You can see the crowd, see the people dancing. A couple of youngsters on the stage. This is being broadcasted live right now on WTKM. Hartford. as you can hear, there's more than just concertinas performing now. There's the tuba, clarinet, my neighbor on the drums. But this is a big deal. There's a lot of people here having a good time. How's that ice cream?
Real good. So's the band.
You were just playing drums a moment ago.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. So this is it, folks.
WTKM?
No, this is this is West Bend Community. So this is it, folks. I'm wrapping it up, and thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Just carve a turtle dove and tell the world I died.